can read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You were always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission, everything.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Opening carry of the game for the speedster, Devon Achane. And this will be a Texans first down. The tackle's made at about the 38-yard line. Once again, it's Achane. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Achane. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. 2nd and a yard. They go play action for Burrow. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
He was looking for George Pickens there. And now it's 4th down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Burrow throwing on 4th down. That's going to be caught. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. Open man, right side. He's got it. 14 yards on that pass play there. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's the Florida Gator, Dameon Pierce. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. It's second down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. And next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
To the air once more is McCarthy. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's going to go up top here for McBride.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's taken in. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow working in the pistol. Completes this one. That's Christian Watson. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor. It's hard to play that ball any better than the way the defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
And Burrow not going to take any chances. Slides to a stop after picking up the first down. Here's Achane. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. They'll run with Achane. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. Third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But
and this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Texans. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
This one brought in at the 16. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Houston. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. No problem there on the extra point. And the Texans move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. He'll throw it left and has his running back. A big play for Minnesota. 35 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup.
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Achane. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That's made by Pickens. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Burrow. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. No wind up, giving the ball over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter.
Vikings nothing.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Minnesota.
Up until that run, this 1st half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
And it'll be brought down right around the 40. Christian Harris there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
on 3rd and 7.
McCarthy from the gun here on. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and through. And the Texans will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly,
well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jelani Tavai.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
In motion, it's Jefferson. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Back to throw, Burrow. He's got it! He is in. Christian Watson, touchdown Texans. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Taking off. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He's got this complete. That's Smith. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He keeps it himself. And the Vikings are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Burrow to throw. The pressure there got to him. He just hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like, living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to have a Texans 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Burrow here on 2nd down. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. George Pickens. Touchdown, Houston. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The kick is good. Next to score, Texans 35, Vikings 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Burrow working in the pistol. First down throw there is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and yep.
That one intercepted. He gets free. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Vikings. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick six.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his second interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick six.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
A first down throw for Burrow. It's into the hands of Pickens once again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. On first down, Burrow. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Second down, Burrow. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with them, and will bring up third down. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. This is caught at the 2. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last.
And he's in. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Texans. Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. It's up and good. And the Texans add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So at halftime, it's the visitors, the Texans, out in front, as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Hi, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. 3rd and long.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Dax Hill.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful. The turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And the Texans 1st down.
Back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
Here's 2nd and 2. He'll try the right side this time, and he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On second down, they'll run. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10, up at the 42. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. McCarthy to the air on second down. And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. And his offense is going to... with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but
that is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Houston. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Jones operating out of the pistol. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Taking a shot downfield for Smith.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think he would have been better off there, Mike, giving that ball a little bit more juice. You can see he's trying to put a little touch on it and lob that ball into his target, but it just hangs up in the air a little bit too long, and the defense makes him pay.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
That's caught by Harrison right side. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Texans. That his second touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. An extra point attempt to follow. He knocks it through. And the Texans stretch things out even further.
56, Vikings 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Whoa! Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. Off the sideline. Past the 30. 16 yards on the game. And a quick 1st down.
This is a clear example of a running back who really trusts his speed. He understands if he just holds his line towards the sideline, he's going to outrun most of the defenders on the field. That's exactly what he does. Picks up the 1st down before being forced out of bounds.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Shotgun now for Jones. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Downfield for Njoku. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Jones. This one intercepted. And the Texans will have great field position as they take over at their own 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll look to throw. That one on target to Watson. And he will get into the end zone. Christian Watson, touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The PAT up and good. And the Texans add on to their already sizable lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a toss, right side. He'll get about 2. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. And stretching it out toward the sideline, but the defense gets to him. He'll be taken down for a loss.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Checking it down, this one is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Again, they'll throw with Jones. And that is incomplete.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
And he's going to get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains. He'll go right and find his running back.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Again, it's Jones. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll look to throw yet again.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's got a man. That's Watson. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They put Pickens in motion. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. And it'll be 2nd down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
That is brought in at the 10. And he is going to be out of bounds. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the Texans will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Jones now on 1st down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
At the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Jones. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he will go all the way. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Give them credit, they are not mailing this one in. They'll try to get it back with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. But he'll gather it back in.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
That is hard. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing now is Jones. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their 1st. And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 7. They send Jackson, the tight end, in motion. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He's going to air this one out. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Man in motion is Smith. A run out of the gun with Pierce. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. Here's Jones to throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Jones. Oh, for the fifth time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Texans will have great field position right around midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, there's refusing to take your foot off the gas, and then there's this. I'm not even sure really how to classify. I mean, to have this type of lead in the fourth quarter and still continue to air it out. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pay attention to this after the game coach's handshake. I think could be pretty interesting.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. First and 10. Back to throw is Jones. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. That'll be taken in by Pierce. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. Jones to the air again. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. His second grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Shotgun now for Jones. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Jones to throw on second down. He's going to try it here again. And that is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Throwing is Jones on third down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Jones operating out of the pistol. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down. Here's Achane. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Once again, it's Achane. Achane, a first down, and then some. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. The Texans going to turn things over to their field goal unit. Oh, he missed it from short range. A bad miss. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Jones. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
It's 2nd and 21 at the 13-yard line.
So it's a win for the visiting Texans. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as